Hey, it's Scott. And especially now, during my favorite time of year, meaning Halloween, if you were to ask most people, what are they scared of? They'll tell you, to no surprise, number one is death. Number two, interestingly, is public speaking. And number three is clowns. However, if you were to take that one step further and specifically ask healthcare workers what are they scared of, well, to no surprise, number one is clowns. However, number two is kids. However, worst of all is not only kids, but sick kids. And with that in mind, simply, I am so excited because happily, literally just released this week, is the latest version of the pedi wheel. And as many all remember from previous versions of the pedi wheel, it is kind of like a pregnancy wheel, whereas in this case, you've got equipment on one side, along with vitals and all of your meds on the other. So with that, a couple big changes when it comes to the latest version of the wheel, the first of which is for many years people have asked that along the outside of both sides, happily you see it's now color-coded. And it's color-coded to both Broslow and Hen-Tabby, meaning it works for both systems. Take that one step further. Not only do you see the age and the color, but happily it also writes the name of the color as well. And that's important for people like me that are colorblind. So take that one step further. Once you've got the color, then you just simply follow it down. And you see the ideal body weight. You've got normal vitals. You've got your endo tube. Where do you tape the darn thing? But other new addition is down at the bottom, we now have tiny tubes. Meaning not only endo tube, but also what size NG suction and Foley as well. At the bottom of the equipment and vitals side, another very commonly requested addition was when it came to backup or alternate airways. And now, whether it's a King, an LMA, or an iGel, remember they make them now from babies to big people. And your sizes for all of your backup airways are listed here as well. When you flip it over on the other side, that's where you're going to find all of your meds. And a couple big changes. The first of which is, you see up here, the top is in red and the bottom is in red. That is important because up top, that is epinephrine. And if you notice that the dose is in red and just to the right of it, it says ML is in bold red as well. That's important because if you're pushing epi, you honestly don't care how many milligrams. That's for when you type up your chart. All you care about at that moment is how many milliliters do you want me to push. So in red, that's how many milliliters you have to push. As we follow it down, you've got ketamine, you've got fentanyl, you've got Versed, rock, and various other drugs in black, because those are milligrams. At the bottom is where you notice that we have another thing in red, and that is normal saline or ringers. And the reason that is in red is, again, all you care about is how many cc's do you want me to push. So when you're pushing epi, that's specifically in red for how many cc's to push. At the bottom, saline is how many cc's do you want me to push as well. Here we've got various other drugs. At the bottom, we've got your critical care and ER drips. So when it comes to kids, simply remember, as a rule, the sicker the kid, the higher the stress. The higher the stress, the less your brain works. So with that, with the help from educators across the country, simply in one wheel that fits in your pocket, that does not require batteries or internet access, and especially now in the COVID era, yes, you can cavicide and nuke it with no worries whatsoever. We've tried to put what you simply really need when it comes to a really sick kid literally in the palm of your hand.